Welcome back to Underground Nutrition After Hours. Today we're talking about CERN opening a portal to hell, the earthquake that nobody felt, and Netflix movie reviews.
I can lunge all over the place.
Yes.
Iceland.
Welcome back to Underground After Hours, Scott and Friends, episode 39. 39. It's
crazy.
This is going to be a little test because we have done no show preparation for this at all whatsoever. I was in the car 5 minutes ago with no idea what we're going to talk about. And last time we did a podcast, we put probably the most amount of time and the least amount of views we've ever gotten.
Literally, I think there was 37 views or something.
No, it was 95.
Sick.
Yeah. But that's light for us.
Yeah, it is. We're usually in like the 3 to 5. Yeah, okay.
2 to 3. Sometimes we get like a really 600 to 1,000.
Yeah, when we talk about something controversial.
That's a high amount of views. Mid views is like 200 to 300.
Okay. We got 2,200 once.
Yeah. Well, on the Israel one?
Yeah.
That's because it was people said it was clickbait.
People said, or it was? What about the Brody one?
Brody one did well. And
Brody one, I think, got more than the Israel one.
I don't know, I haven't checked in a while.
You want me to check?
I mean, if you want.
So we didn't do a lot of prep work going in.
We did none.
No, me and you did
a little bit.
90 seconds outside.
We had a group message that John ignored.
He didn't answer.
Brody Shreds got 2.8.
And I knew right away that something was up with John. He just didn't want to deal with it. He's mad.
He's mad.
He's annoyed. He doesn't want to.
I'm mad. What am I mad about?
That you felt like this wasn't a conversation. If we were going to have a conversation about what the show is about, 5 hours before it starts wasn't the time.
It should have been. It should have.
The ship had already sailed for me.
Yeah.
But you were at work, so I figured you would
He's working.
Put this together with work. Alan asked me today, he's like, are you bored and sick of doing that? I'm like, no, we just sit around and talk. I'm like, what's to be bored with?
Yeah.
This is what we do this every day. Just nobody without a camera.
It's just a camera and some mics.
What happened to Alan's podcast that was supposed to be taken off in the new year?
Well, I think Alan was really trying to sort of find himself for the last year in terms of his relationship with his businesses.
Okay.
And I don't know if he took the right amount of ayahuasca or I don't know what happened, but he seems to have hit his stride. He's got a bunch of new products coming out. He's actually filming decent content.
He is. The content is
it's shot well. He looks good.
It's fun, enjoyable content.
Yeah. And he's seems to be enjoying it. I don't know where this is coming from. Like I said, I don't know if he's on medication or but he's got Quantum coming out tomorrow.
What's that?
It's like a focus. Hardcore focus. John's been taking it.
Yeah, I've used it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said he didn't really like how it tastes.
The taste was not amazing.
Because it's super high dosed.
That's what you said.
It's hard.
It's all the focus stuff that's in the new Flood, just a lot more, right?
A lot more focus. Yeah,
a lot more. You could definitely taste the actual supplements, although the flavor's good. I mean, you can't, expect
it's one or the other. It's either you get a really good tasting supplement that tastes awesome and it's low dosed,
or it's just
or it's
clay.
You can swallow it, but you could taste the fucking
It's like medicine. It's it's gonna taste like medicine, but can you take the edge off?
It's like Adderall.
Bit,
It's like Adderall. Make me focus like Adderall.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, but it is for. I think he's really trying to get into the fighting thing, like jiu-jitsu. Not just bodybuilders. That's the direction the Hollow's going, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, that's what he's into. He's not a bodybuilder anymore.
No, he does high rocks and rolls around with men.
I guess. But he's more of a functional athlete.
You want to do a high rocks? We should do a high rocks.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That should be
fun. It would take
fun.
for me to train for a high rocks.
Isn't it a class?
8 weeks.
8 weeks. You think I could get high rocks ready in 8 weeks?
I think you get high rocks. We're not where you I don't think we would win, but I think you would be able to do it.
What the fuck is
and keep up?
What is it?
And keep
it's
up.
CrossFit.
It's CrossFit
without
barbells.
And what? It's like a competition.
Yeah, they have like
'Cause I
competitions.
know Alan did. I saw the video, but I didn't know what.
Yeah, like all types of like functional fitness,
Sled pushing and
box jumps, wall balls, skiers, running.
Well, you started your fitness journey this week.
I ran.
You ran.
I started
on a track.
No, I didn't run on a track.
didn't go to a
I thought you went on a track.
I didn't go to the track.
Where did you
School's
go?
in session. I would have got arrested.
Fucking
10 o'clock in the
fucking
morning.
Puff Daddy.
I'm jogging down a track at your local public high school.
I think there's a track in Red Bank. There's a track pretty close to you.
There is in Red Bank because I went there during COVID.
That's where I used to practice
Count
rugby.
Basie.
Yeah.
That's where I used to practice rugby.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I went there during COVID and lunged 400 meters.
So wait, so when you were ew,
Yeah, it was awful.
oh my god, when you ran this week. How far did you run? And
Well,
where did you run? Where would somebody be able to see you running if they wanted?
Well, I'm not going to give away the exact location.
Yeah.
If you want to run with me, they can comment and
Uh-huh.
do like one of those things, like we're Forrest Gump, like you run with me for a little
while, yeah.
We're only doing like a half mile total. So
And did you time yourself?
no,
Did you do a half mile?
Yeah.
How long do you think it took?
I don't even.
I thought you did a mile, did a half mile at a clip.
I did a quarter mile and then a quarter mile home.
Oh my God, you run for you ran 400 meters, rested, and ran another
Tied my shoes
400
and ran 400.
meters. Well, he told me the day that he ran, it was actually
I also ran in the pouring
it
rain.
was raining. Like he was Tim Tebow. You probably don't know that reference, but there's a famous picture of him running with his shirt off in the rain. And I just, obviously that's what John
He was a
looked
bad
like.
football player.
Yeah, he was an awful football player when he was.
He's a man of God, though.
Oh my God, he's the best dude ever.
He was like a little cult of personality.
He's
Tim
really
Tebow.
taken on that role of,
Yeah.
like Joel Osteen Jr.
Yeah. I don't know that reference.
I mean, he's Joel Osteen. You know who Joel Osteen is?
I don't think so.
Yes, you do.
Who
There's
is it? Oh, the
Yeah.
evangel.
yes,
Yeah.
the multi-billionaire.
The one that looks like a demon.
He looks like the devil.
So anyway, so how did it go? How did you feel? You did a little jiu-jitsu. You told me the week prior, you said, I'm starting my fitness journey next week, so I'm going to eat whatever I want this week, and I'm going to run. I'm going to do jiu-jitsu. I'm going to weight train, and I'm going to get in peak physical condition. So how do you feel that you did?
I mean, I feel like this might come as a shocker to you, but I continue to eat whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Sure. But now you justify it because you're burning all those calories.
You're burning calories, so you got to feed
You got to
the machine.
fuel the workouts.
You got to feed the machine. But we did a run. We did a run on Monday.
Yeah.
And it was brief, but like I said, you don't want
100 meters.
It was great.
you don't want to
I
pull
thought
a
it was
hand.
I really thought he ran a mile and a half.
That's not.
And he has no idea how long it took.
He ran 1 lap.
2 laps.
He walked to Starbucks.
I swear that you told me you ran a half a mile. I swear.
I did, just not a quarter mile. No, I did. I ran a quarter mile away from my house and then turned around and ran a quarter mile back to my house.
Right. Okay.
For a grand total of a half a mile.
Right.
800
Did you
meters.
leave all of your belongings? Did you wear a running outfit, leave your phone, your keys?
Yeah. What shoes did you rock? Seriously, what
Did
running
you
shoes
run
did
with
you
your
rock?
phone? Did you
No.
Did you run with your keys? So you had like a little runner's outfit.
Did you put the AirPods in and like
No.
get after it? No, we were just out
So
there.
you're just listening to yourself breathe.
Would you just
Heavy steps.
just all mouth breathing,
foot.
all mouth breathing? I think it's great that he ran, though. I mean,
That's good. I feel like this is gonna be your summer, hot boy.
You
summer.
think so? I'm just trying to get back into like some type of cardiovascular shape.
Yeah. So and then you
mostly for jujitsu, right?
Yes.
you
Yeah.
paired this with jujitsu. How
Yes.
was that? How was rolling around?
It was rough.
It's been a minute.
After 10 months, it was rough.
Sent me a video, and he was just so close to this other man,
Yeah.
and they were
On the
hugging, and they were sweating, and it just looked so uncomfortable.
Did anything happen in the?
No, I mean he just panned over. He's like, "Oh, look, there's me!" Like he was all excited on his phone. He's like, "Look, there's me."
It looks like they're napping together.
I was like, "You're canoodling with this kid." And I mean, listen,
You
I'm
have
just
to take it easy. It's your first week back.
I'm happy that he's back, man. That's fun. I just
Oh my goodness.
I really am. I'm happy that he's
It was a
back.
great week.
You know,
It was a great week.
I had a terrible week.
before we segue into your week, I just want to say like he's really trying, bringing his meals with him with his little packed meals. He puts them in the fridge.
Is it less muffin o'clocks? Is it still?
No, he remembers the muffin. He remembers the muffin
somewhere.
But he puts his little 2 meals in the fridge, and then I'll come back the next day, and the 2 meals are still there. And I'll be like, "What'd you eat?" And he's like, "I had some lasagna from the pizza place." I said, "You brought 2 meals. I'm gonna eat them."
Somebody was talking about lasagna. It got me really craving
you worked
lasagna.
up.
Yeah.
So you left your meal prep in the fridge and got some lasagna instead?
Yeah.
That happens.
It does.
It happens to the best of us.
I enjoyed the meals that he made. I thought they were great.
You ended up eating them?
Yeah, of course I did.
Justin has like a 48-hour rule.
I'm like, if they're still there in 48 hours, I'm eating them. They're going to go bad, and you're not.
What was it?
One of them was fucking rice and chicken.
Yeah. Ugh.
And the other one was little eggs with some low-fat cheddar cheese on top, right?
He loves it.
And you just couldn't do it.
He's got his hot sauce.
Dude, I combined them.
Yeah. Oh,
Banging.
nice.
Loved it. So, but he's trying.
I'm
He's
proud
making
of
a
you.
comeback.
I'm not gonna clown on you for trying to get in shape. I think it's great.
Thanks. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Even though it's made you in a really bad mood and tough to deal with all week.
Right. He's got no time for show prep. He's too busy training for high rocks.
Just dreading that 8th mile he's got to run tomorrow.
Half a lap around the.
You want to come run?
I'll run. I used to run a Bronco.
We'll
every few
get
weeks,
to that
man.
because
shit sucks.
go ahead, talk to us about what's going on with
So
your
I
life.
had the opposite week of John.
Right.
I think I told you both what happened. But
Yeah,
Multiple times.
yeah. Well, we saw you right after.
yeah. Well, I mean, for those listening at home who might be surprised, I'm on TRT. Doctor.
No way. From a doctor.
From a doctor. Right? It's prescribed to me because for a very serious condition.
Yeah.
Called
Low
testosterone.
testosterone.
Now, what's the dose of TRT that you're on?
200 milligrams.
How many times a week?
We're just picking out the lies already. You picked on me, so we're just going to pull this
200
one apart.
milligrams. So
Three
times a week.
3 times a week.
Okay, cool. So 600. We're cruising at 6.
Yeah, I missed a couple weeks, so it's just I'm combining it all.
You were catching up.
I want to make
For
sure
the last year that you forgot to pin yourself, 3 weeks at a time.
Now, the week before he started his running thing, or 2 weeks before that, I said, you know what, I'm going to go low carb. I'm going to push myself a little harder in the gym.
Yeah, you started training me like 2 days a week.
Yeah.
We were training hard.
Yeah.
Leg days.
Summer's coming.
Yeah.
Can't, I own a supplement shop. I say this all the time. I've been saying this for like 3 years,
Since we've been doing the podcast.
Since I've been doing the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna like step it up a little bit, be consistent with my TRT and my supplements. Bought a bunch of supplements home from my store that, some Good Morning.
Right.
Taking my stack.
Uh-huh.
Training. I've been following my diet. Monday morning comes around, it's shot time, but I'm late. I'm supposed to meet Alan up in Garwood. I had some work to do. I had to run out of my house. And normally, when I do TRT, I do sub-Q.
Right.
Right? This is the way my doctor. I don't think that that's the right way to do it. It's just the easy way to do it.
Now, why do you say it's the easy way to do it? Just because of like your mobility?
Well, because I can only pin my shoulders.
Okay.
And I can't pin. I don't like pinning my glutes. And I have from when I was a bodybuilder, and I have scar tissue, so not every muscle is available to me at all times.
Sure.
So the old way of me doing it, which was like to pin the muscle group I was training that day, it's just not in the first. I've been doing TRT or gear for 10 years, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of pins.
Right.
If I never pin myself again,
You should get the pellet, dude.
I was into the cream. It doesn't work. None of that shit.
It does, bro. We got 100%. It does. I have a couple clients that are on them, and they get their blood work done, and their blood work is fucking.
It doesn't drop off after a certain point.
Oh, of course it does. It drops off after like 4 months.
Yeah. See, that slow, steady decline is the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No matter what the dosage is for me, is when I feel the best.
Always, yeah. It's always
whether it's you're doing like a crazy amount or the right amount.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Splitting it up and doing.
I was just trying to suggest something so you didn't have to.
I tried the creams,
pin
dude.
cushion.
I tried. I tried to lie to myself and say that it works just the same. It doesn't. Anyway.
Okay.
Long story short, I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna rush, draw, and I go sub-Q, but I go like a little higher. You're supposed to go on your abdominal fat.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I go like a little higher than I normally do, and I push down, and I have this like white hot pain right? So my advice when you're in the gym or you're doing anything to anybody is if you feel pain, stop doing what you're doing.
All right.
I ignored my own advice and I said, well, there's pain.
We're just going to fight through it.
I'm going to just
I'm
jam
already
it.
in pain. Yeah.
I'm going to jam it. Right? Maybe I'm just being a little bitch. So I jammed it. And as soon as the plunger touched the end, I exploded like with pain. From my feet to the top of my head, it was as if you took a branding iron and branded me. Now,
a Scotch-shaped branding iron.
when I say what I looked like in my kitchen must have been insane because it must have looked like I got gut shot. Because I'm like, my cats are like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what to do. I'm like doubled over in pain. Like when I say, it's hard to explain. You know, when somebody says they're in pain, like you can't.
Yeah.
There's no point of reference. My
No.
top 3 pains in my life, and I have been in some pain.
Right.
And I think that something is immediately seriously wrong. I start hyperventilating to the point where I was going to pass out, and I start sweating.
Oh my God.
So I run upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to like put like cold water because I felt like I was on fire. And I couldn't do anything. I was clenched up so hard, like a potato bug. I laid down on my bed,
Yeah.
and I just waited it out. Right?
8-year-old Scott kicked in. Like, I'm just going to go under my bed. It's going to go away.
I'm going to die. I genuinely considered calling 911.
Yeah, that
'Cause
was going to be my next
I
question.
don't know what I did.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I don't. So, okay, so the pain starts to subside. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to die. Get your life together. Let's get up. I get up, and I'm like, it's still like on fire, but good enough to get moving.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably 15 or 20 minutes later. And as the day goes on, it feels like the spot that I injected is not in pain, but my core feels like I tore a muscle. And as like the day goes on, a new pain sets in, and I must have, and I don't know this because I'm not a doctor. I have no proof. Right? So I'm not going to go to the doctor over this. This is just ridiculous. I think from clenching so hard, from the pain,
The
that I
initial pain.
literally either A, gave myself a hernia, even though there's nothing that like
Resembles
nothing
that.
came through, whatever, or I like severely tore my obliques and my abs on my own.
From the clinching?
Like, that's how strong I am. I tore my own abs.
That's how strong I am. He says, I hate you so much.
And I was in bed for 2 days. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't sit. I couldn't stand. All I could do was lay. And I slept. I slept for like, and first of all, it's the most embarrassing injury I've ever had in my life. And I have some pretty bad, like, embarrassing injuries.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do anything.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't fucking do anything. I couldn't like sit in my car comfortably. I couldn't fucking sit up and watch TV. I couldn't fucking walk. Nothing. You guys saw me.
So, yeah, we saw you that day. You were stopped.
I was
going to
try to go to the gym and just like deal with it. But as like the whatever happened, and even now to yesterday, this fucks me up. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. But so that might be the first person to injure themselves severely from a TRT shot.
Yeah, you can't even shoot steroids without getting yourself hurt.
Naturally, I didn't go to the gym, so I ate like shit all week.
Mm-hmm.
Low carb went out the window. Feeling sorry for myself.
Okay.
And diet starts tomorrow.
Do we feel all right now, though?
I'm probably 80% better from the initial injury.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think the only thing I could think happened is that I shot directly into like a nerve ending or something. And all the millions of shots that I've done,
never felt like
I've
this.
I've only had one where I like broke like a blood vessel and had to get it drained to my shoulder because it like bled into my. And this is the only other like I don't know how I fucked it up so bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll ever go sub-Q again.
I think you just severely bruised an abdominal muscle.
But it's the thing that's strange is that it's where I put it is nowhere near where I'm in pain now. It's not even close.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like the best way I could describe it is like I threw my back out, but in the front.
So like right down here in your
like my top ab running all the way into my down into my obliques.
Yeah.
That's strange.
That's tough.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, I never did that with TRT sub-Q. I only did that with other things.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people put GH or peptides sub-Q. Yeah. But my doctor is and listen, I hear everybody has an opinion on this. Sub-Q is fine. It's not fine for bodybuilding. It's not fine for like what I did, a CC. You're not supposed to put a CC sub Q.
Right.
You know, you should go intramuscular. I'm just so tired of going in my shoulders and my glutes and stuff that I would it's easier.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But apparently there's something in there that you can hit and will ruin your week.
That's what I was going to say. Like, are you going to try to diagnose this? Ask somebody? Talk to, like, I don't know.
If I go to a doctor and I tell them the story, what they're gonna say is if I said, like, let's say I strained my abs, which I think it's a little more than that. I think I might like actually tore something. I don't know how, but I think that's how bad the pain is. Very similar to like when I tore my pec or my bicep.
Right.
Like the pain is up there, but there was no bleeding. So they're gonna go, I don't know. You know, stay off it, rest it for a little while.
Right.
You know, before they start like.
It's not like they're going to do X-rays.
Yeah,
or MRIs.
it's soft tissue.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So I don't know. It's a mystery, but it's
should ask Sully.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever.
Bet you Sully would know.
Sully might know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's
how my week went.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You need to start.
So what's the plan for this week?
Reeval. Yeah, are we going to get back into bodybuilding? You're going to do high rocks?
I'm not doing high rocks.
I thought maybe you'd want to do some low impact.
You want to come to jiu-jitsu?
No.
That's the last.
Jesus Christ. I'll box.
You're the one that started the jiu-jitsu phenomenon.
It wasn't Alan or you? It was Scott was the first one on the show?
Yeah,
I did do jiu-jitsu for a little bit, but
yeah, no, we've been there before rolling around.
That was before rugby.
Yeah.
What am I gonna? No, I think I'm just gonna start training again tomorrow. I'm mostly better.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not doing crunches. I never did anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as anything, I don't really need to brace. Like I could do chest.
All right, we'll do some chest tomorrow then.
Bet.
All right, we're in there. All right, we'll make a comeback.
Are you still able to brace your core?
Yeah, but it fucking hurt. It hurts to the touch. Like if I press, if it feels.
How's other extracurricular activities? Are you able to perform?
Not to my best. Not my best. A lot of Winnie the Pooh standing. Breathing hard.
Looking for his pot of honey.
Do you like bring the shirt up a little bit?
The tank? Yeah. Low lights.
Dim the lights.
Set the mood. Let's keep the mood right.
With a candle on.
Turn around. Shut up.
Scott turns the lights out. He's banging into walking into walls.
Don't worry, I'll find you. Give me a second. All right. All right, the earthquake.
Yeah, I didn't feel it. I was in a place that apparently didn't get
hit.
Didn't get action. Mark safe from something I didn't feel. That was the funniest meme I've seen from it. There's a couple good ones. Lawn chair knocked over.
Yeah.
I survived.
The lawn chair knocked over is recycled from the one in, was it 2015 or?
Yeah.
I've yet to feel
14?
an earthquake. I feel
Everybody's like, where did this earthquake come?
Hold on, let's get to your week. We just now. I guess that's what we're doing. Our week in review.
Oh, okay. We could get our week in.
How was your week?
My week was awful. I realized that being a homeowner sucks.
Yeah, you gotta fix it yourself.
Yeah, can't call the landlord for that. So my basement is completely fucked.
You're not very handy, right?
No,
you're like me.
Unfortunately, no. I'm really good for the economy because I pay people to do stuff. Yeah. So
like I'm very not handy. John's not handy either.
No.
I mean, I vaguely remember when John moved into his house, he was painting, spackling, you know.
He tried to do the popcorn ceiling.
Yeah, he did good. He had
5 minutes.
walked in,
like
he had overalls on, a little paint on his face.
I got a 6-inch by 6-inch square. And then I called Eric. I'm like, we're just gonna sheetrock over this popcorn.
Yeah, so I mean, I realized that like I'm 40 years old, and my first instinct is still to like call my father.
Yeah.
And be like, Dad, what do I do? Like,
Come over and fix it.
Like,
Bring some tools.
Can you fly home from South Carolina and come and help me fix my? Again, I'm like, that's what was going through my head. But like I usually would just wait and ask him for help. But I called somebody and they came in and they assessed the situation and told me the amount of money that it would cost to fix it, and I immediately text John and said, I think you're going to be running Paramount by yourself because I'm going to go lay out on the Route 36 and kill myself.
Something went wrong.
Because it was a number that I just couldn't believe. So yeah, my basement is fucked.
What's the number?
A lot.
Oh yeah, like tens.
Like 10. Yeah, around 10.
So you got water in your basement.
I got water in my basement.
How long have you been ignoring this problem?
I ignored it for maybe like 3 days.
Okay, so this isn't something you noticed. Like
No.
Ago, you were just
negative. No.
Put a rug down and
right, and just held my breath. No. So it was 3 days, and then it just started to spread because fucking
the rain.
April showers, man. These May flowers better be exquisite with all this fucking with all this rain.
It's been a little crazy.
So my drainage system can't handle the amount of rain, I guess, and it might be coming up from slabs, cracked from the concrete on the bottom, could be from the wall. So John, I were talking to John today. He's like, "Yo, get on the phone, man. Start calling your HOA, fucking homeowners insurance. We're gonna see what's going on." But I ripped up the carpet today. Fucking trucked that. It was insane. I probably worked out harder today than I worked out all week because it was a lot, man. Heavy fucking rug, weighted down. Yeah, bro, brutal,
stinky,
smelly, covered. Yeah, it was not fun, man. It really made me like. My second instinct after calling my father was like, I want to sell my house.
I'm gonna take the L.
I just want to sell it. I'll go rent somewhere. Like I can't deal with this. So that's really where I'm at. I wish.
What do you think the fix is?
I had one person look at it. I called Eric. John was like, "Yo, call Eric. Have him get a second opinion." So Eric's gonna come and check it out this week. Hopefully, he gives me a little better news than what the original dude told me, and then we'll assess the situation. The first thing you had to do, which I did, was take out the carpet. It's only one room. I have like a room with a couch and a TV and a desk, and then there's a hallway and then another room. The hallway and the other room are fine.
Fine, yeah.
Had to rip up the carpet, so that was the one thing you had to do because it was going to start to smell mildewy and mold and shit like that. You don't want that. So I ripped that up, and now I could just breathe. Yeah. And just like, all right, we don't have to make a decision right now unless it starts to fucking tornado and tsunami again outside, which it probably will. Yeah. Because this fucking state and the climate sucks. Yeah, the eclipse, earthquake and eclipse and whatever. So that's where we're at with that. And then, I don't know. I have to figure out, maybe ask Underground for a loan or Carmenuch for a loan or something. I don't fucking know. I wish I was fucking handy, dude. I really do.
I don't even know if you could be handy enough for something
and do something like that. Right? Yeah,
that's like a massive undertaking.
It's a big job.
Like a foundation.
I'm just like not handy at all. Like I'm not one of those guys that wear jeans and drive
F-150. I get frustrated really easy. I'll fuck something up and then I'm done. I'll just check.
Yeah, I don't have the patience.
I was impressed when Scott was going to cut a cat door.
I did put a cat door in.
That's pretty sick.
It took me 6 hours and I broke a saw blade somehow. But
so I can't come to you to do my drainage system is what you're telling me.
I just hanging a picture as like a project.
Yeah, I get excited and proud of myself when I change a light bulb.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, you feel like you did something. You feel like, it's on your to-do list.
Should open like a handyman business.
I'm standing on a chair, doing the light bulb. I'm like, I'm killing it, man. I'm fucking killing it. I hate myself. I really do. So that's where I'm at. That was my week. I don't have any fun fitness stories. It's the same bullshit. I got to eat John's meals that he didn't eat. But besides that, my fucking life's over from my basement. So we'll see what happens. We'll revisit that in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll have some answers for you.
Are you guys going to watch the eclipse tomorrow?
What time is it supposed to happen?
I think 2 or 3 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yeah, in the afternoon.
Are we going to shoot stuff at it, they said, or anything like that?
I heard that CERN, which I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it has something to do with figuring out what particles are, what the substance of reality is. I think it's a particle accelerator.
Uh-huh.
But the prevailing theory online is that it's actually that they're trying to open a portal to hell.
Portal to hell?
Yeah.
Like the Upside Down, Stranger Things.
Right. And that they're going to be firing that bad boy up tomorrow during the eclipse. I don't know who they are.
Anywhere's better than here, so maybe I'll go. I won't have to deal with my basement.
Well, that's one of the fun, more crazy theories that I've heard. Also, the earthquake that happened in New Jersey is people are trying to say is because of the alignment of the moon and the sun. Like it's going to start pushing and pulling on our fault lines.
Right.
But I feel like every time there's an eclipse, that this is sort of like what we've been doing since like the beginning of man. You know,
I thought Russia was to blame
what
for
was
the eclipse.
Story of the guy who was about
earthquake.
to be? Wasn't there like some Spanish? Was it Magellan or was about to be executed by like the beautiful Incans?
I don't know.
And he's like, I'm gonna blot the sun out. How about that? Because I'm a god, and then because he knew that there was an eclipse coming.
What did Magellan do? Didn't he discover?
He circumnavigated the globe.
The globe,
so
right?
It wasn't Magellan, but it was somebody. That there is a story, if I'm not mistaken, of a conquistador explorer who was captured by the Mayans or the Incans.
Yeah, you're way out of
They're
our league
about
right
to
now.
blood sacrifice him.
And he made the moon and the fucking sun.
Well, he just knew that there was a solar eclipse coming, so he told them that he was going to turn the sun off.
Oh, nice.
And they let him.
And they were like, "Oh my God, you must be a god," and they let him go.
Like, oh my God, it's working.
It's a hell of a play.
He was.
You can't do that now.
So are we gonna have like darkness?
Yeah,
It's gonna be like Alaska.
I think it's going to be like a 90% eclipse. It's going to be weird. It's going to be super weird. I'll tell you that. Have you ever seen a full eclipse?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
You don't remember in school?
I mean, vaguely I do, but I don't remember it being dark. I don't know.
I don't know if you can look at it. I don't know if you're supposed to look at
Well,
it.
you're gonna be at the gym training with
Aren't
me
there
around that
special
time.
glasses? I feel like I remember stores selling special
I remember in
glasses.
school we like punched a hole through a piece of paper.
Yeah, or like the top of like a shoebox.
Yeah, and then you can look at it for some reason because
Become safe then because you have a box, a Nike box.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just nothing ever happens, and it's just one of these times I wish something would happen.
Well, but something did happen. We had an earthquake, and unfortunately, your fat ass didn't feel
I
it.
Feel it, dude.
Me and John were talking right away. You know, I was sitting in the fucking chair in Paramount, and my
The
shit
customer's
was.
coming in. He's like, I thought it was the end of the world. I'm like, fuck. Where,
Yeah.
I'm like, where were you? He's like, right down the street.
My house was shaking. I thought for a split second that somebody hit my house with a car.
Yeah, I thought there was a low plane.
Yeah, it was
That's
like-
what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe there's a plane.
That's what it felt like.
Like it was, bro.
Was there any panic afterwards? Because if I felt a bigger, because if I felt an earthquake, I'd be like, damn, something's coming. You know.
I mean, I looked up and I saw one of our members, Dave, on the Stairmaster, and he looked at me. He was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "You felt that?" And he was like, "Yeah." So then I walked outside, just to like scope out the scene. I didn't know,
Yeah.
you know, and all the other store owners were outside, like, "What happened?"
Really
You remember
missed out
that-
on like a thing?
Yeah.
Do you remember that that Dane Cook bit about like the car accidents? How like a car accident, like you hear the tires screeching from your house, and then once in a blue moon you get lucky, you hear the impact,
Yeah.
and then everybody collects outside in groups. It's like a planned thing, and they're like, "No, you stay with this group. I'm going to go with this group." That's what it was like. I went outside, and it was just everybody was just outside their door with their dogs. Just like,
Like, what happened?
my dog didn't even wake up.
Those dogs are supposed to have like
Yeah, no.
sixth sense for that stuff.
No, Marlo.
Supposed to warn you that it's coming.
Marlo was on his midday nap.
Everybody was just outside, like looking at each other, like somebody was going to give the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy though.
Well,
I couldn't imagine living in a place where,
like you feel that all the time.
like on like
In California.
like
some places in South
eight
America.
8 level type.
Yeah, where buildings come down.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Where like the ground cracks and people fall through the ground.
Or like you're so familiar with earthquakes, you immediately know that it's happening, and you're like,
yeah, it doesn't even
worried about
phase
there's
you.
like a protocol
What
for
scale
some of them.
it
Like
is.
it's like buildings
the door
collapse,
jam,
fires.
right?
Yeah, you go in the door frame.
So like they can't predict earthquakes, right? You know how they like there's like warnings that go out when there's like a tornado coming and shit like that. Meteorologists
so.
can't predict a earthquake, right?
No, I think that over time that they've gotten good at saying like something's coming within a reasonable time frame, but
Right.
they can't predict like magnitudes. 'Cause
So yeah, that's true. I
these
guess
are like
so.
tectonic plates.
Yeah, below. So my thought was like, holy shit, this happened. Maybe like this is now doesn't like an earthquake can produce like a tsunami
Yeah, if it happens in the ocean.
in the ocean, right?
Yeah, and then displaces a large amount of
Well,
land
that's what
mass.
causes a tsunami,
right.
correct?
An earthquake underwater.
Underwater. So
Or displaces a large.
my thought was like, man, maybe we're gonna get like a sick tidal wave and John can catch a curl tide, you know, because he was had his little surf. Like, remember when John was surfing for a summer? He took a lesson surfing.
John in a wetsuit.
I thought you wanted to come surfing with me.
You know what? I would do jiu-jitsu. No, I would definitely.
I don't know
surfing.
why you always shame me for trying new things.
I just thought it was really funny.
Wealth, Justin.
I agree.
Wealth is
It's
experiences.
better than sitting in your house and doing nothing and being
Granted.
miserable about your basement. But like, I
Imagine
think
you were surfing.
it's
and
true.
you got that news.
That's right. It's true. I think it was like the first summer that we opened Paramount. You're like, I'm gonna go take a surfing lesson.
No, I think it was before because I had so much time on my hands. I was like, I'm a surfer now.
Yeah, that was the summer before we opened, right? When we were waiting
Yeah.
to get open. That's
Did
true.
you actually like buy a surfboard?
No.
No, he rented it.
No.
He was killing it though.
No, my jiu-jitsu coach also, prior to opening his own school,
Was it surfing
gave
coach?
surf lessons as well.
Wow. I feel like those things really go hand in hand.
I feel, yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
I feel like they do.
A lot of the guys I train with do surf.
Yeah, strange.
I think it's cool. Surfing's kind of cool.
Break.
Point Break. It's a good movie.
See any good movies?
I haven't. No, I didn't watch.
John
anything.
saw Roadhouse. I wouldn't watch it.
I know he was telling
He
me
was pretty
about it.
excited about
He
it.
was telling me about it, and then he rewatched the old one.
Yeah.
He likes that.
He does like that.
He I
big
love
on
it.
nostalgia.
He's a big movie guy with the pop. I could just picture him upstairs in
Like
the
his-
loft with the popcorn, feet up. You know, just it's movie night.
Snacks. Where we have them.
Yeah,
Snacks we
man.
have
He's,
them.
that's. I love
He
that.
really wants something that he could just turn his brain off.
Yeah, I think
He
that's
said
great.
I only like movies that I can leave the room for 15 minutes.
Right. You don't have to pay
You
attention.
can go take a shit and
That's
come back
not-
and not.
that's not
miss
true,
a
though.
Single thing.
Yeah. You could
Yeah.
put the pieces together.
It's still some sort of action sequence
Yeah.
from 15 minutes prior.
There's a new show coming on Apple that I want to watch.
What?
It's like a detective show. Sugar, I think it's called.
I didn't see
Yeah.
anything.
I think there's only one episode out. That's what I want to watch.
I saw Ripley, and I highly suggest it, but I feel like you guys won't like it.
Is that the one that's on Netflix?
Yeah, it was phenomenal. One of the best things I've seen in a long time.
I
I
think I
can't talk high enough about it.
am like better than Dune 2.
No, but it's up there. It's up there.
Dune 2. I tried to watch the first one. I wanted to kill myself in the first
No,
15
why?
minutes. I don't know, man.
So you would put the Dune 2 in this small category where the sequel was better than the original?
Dune 2 was better than the original in like
it's going to win awards.
in a cinematic way.
Yeah.
Like he improved upon. It's the same guy. He improved upon the look and feel of the first one. That I thought the first one was awesome. I really did.
They said it's up there with like Terminator 2 and Empire Strikes Back.
The soundtrack and the cinematography was like
I can't get into it, man. I tried.
A+.
I wish I could. I really do.
But you don't like
I'm not a
you don't
sci-fi
like
guy.
Lord of the Rings. You don't like the epic
I don't. No,
like fantasy stuff, right?
No.
I
I love
couldn't
that
get into
stuff.
Lord of the Rings, but I did like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's.
I thought Game of Thrones was good, and I don't like that type of shit at all. And I know John wasn't. You didn't even watch it, did you?
I watched a couple episodes
You
of the
couldn't
first
get into
season.
it.
I didn't enjoy it.
That's
Yeah.
why the guy who did Game of Thrones is another great show, which a lot of people haven't seen, is Shogun. Shogun
I watched the first episode of Shogun.
fucking
It
phenomenal.
was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Really well done.
Yeah.
I think that's
Hulu.
the Game of Thrones guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow. No,
I'll
I
watch
didn't know.
Dune 2. Do I have to watch Dune 1?
You don't have to.
I don't know if you'll
You
like it.
should.
I don't think you'll like it.
No.
I know my John. And my John.
I
won't
don't know
like
what
that.
there's to not like. I mean, there's really sick fighting stuff. The character development's really cool,
You don't strike me as like a sci-fi guy.
but it's not really science fiction.
What category is it?
I mean, it is for lack of a better word,
Mhm.
but it's like the juxtaposition of like the great houses of like the medieval times.
Yeah, medieval times. Yeah,
It's like as if the medieval structure like of like aristocrats and how great houses, and then like an overarching emperor, and this like
Does it take place in the future, or like in a totally different dimension or time frame?
it takes place in the future.
it's the future.
But it's not. It's like again, it's a world.
Do you like Star Wars?
It's not like Star Wars.
Did you like?
I like
Did you like Star Wars?
I mean, when I was a kid, I liked the original ones, but I never really bought into. By the time all those other sequels and spin-offs came out, I was over it.
This is it's much. Dune's premise is much more adult. It's like, I mean, the premise is there's this planet that has this shit called spice, and spice is like the fuel of the world. It's a drug. It allows for time travel. It allows for seeing, and so the possession of this planet and the harvesting of the spice is like the primary function of the great houses. And then there's like an emperor, but there's no like flying spaceships and like space stuff. It all takes place on
They drive cars
on Arrakis. There's no cars.
No, that's
how do they get around?
Well, they have vehicles, but they wouldn't call them cars. The vehicles are pretty cool.
Like hovercrafts.
They look exactly like they're like dragonflies or like bumblebees, kind of, but like mechanical.
You won't like it.
No.
Nah,
I mean, I like the long epic movies, but
the actors in it just are really, really good. That's all I can say. And Ripley was totally different. Like, did you ever see what was it called?
The Talented Mr. Ripley. I saw the movie.
I never saw that.
Me neither.
But apparently this is like a spin-off or a version of that story. It's about like a grifter, a con man.
Yeah.
Shot in black and white. Takes place in Italy. I think it was
I watched the preview for it. I think I'll give that a try.
really, really good. Like
Yeah.
unbelievably good. But it's not like
It's a slow burn.
yeah, but I mean there's a lot of the dialogue is really good. It's worth it for that.
Okay.
So that's it. I think I'm all
What do you like about the dialogue?
It's smart. It's not it seems like real conversations. Hold on, Justin's gotta
I gotta check a bet.
Did you win?
I don't think so.
What did you bet on?
A golfer.
A golfer.
Yeah.
I can't wait for golf.
There's something wrong with you, bro.
Yeah, I know.
What was the other thing we were going to talk about? Because I don't think anybody cares about Ripley or Dune. Anybody see any other recommendations? I recommend Shogun, Dune 2, and Ripley 100%.
I've been on a bit of a kick of just rewatching older stuff that I've already seen. I kind of feel like in the entertainment industry that the quality is
lacking.
Well, that's because you haven't seen Dune 2 or Ripley.
But I mean, just the quantity of it. Look at perfect example. Look at Dune 2. Dune is a remake.
Well, yeah. Well, it's
completely. And the movie was
Was there a video game too?
I don't know if there's a video game. There might have been. The old movie is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
too.
no, I'm not arguing that. I didn't see it, but I mean, I don't know. I forget who I was having this conversation with a couple weeks or months ago, but I think that I don't think that we're ever going to, maybe I'm wrong because I didn't see Dune 2, but when you think about some of like the greatest movies that we have seen growing up that we could rewatch a million times, we're never going to see another movie like that.
I think a lot of that has to do with just the current state of culture.
Yeah.
Because people are making, they're not making like Coppola's and like people who are just trying to tell a really good story didn't have any other thoughts in their mind. It wasn't like I need a gay black guy for this part. You know what I mean? Like that. If that was part of the story, it was in the story. It didn't. It's the whole idea was to take.
They weren't making characters for certain people.
Yeah, they weren't trying to appeal. And whenever you
they were making characters that suited the story.
Whenever you try to fucking ramrod some shit into a story, like some of the biggest, like True Detective. The premise of that last season was okay. It wasn't a bad premise.
I liked it. It was cool.
They tried to ramrod this fucking
lesbian women,
like this whole ideology into just fit it into something that already existed. It makes for shitty art.
Yeah, it made for a kind of a stupid season. You know? Yep. It did. But it's a shame too because it's a really.
Dune 2 did it. Dune 2 definitely had. It's from the original story, the direction of some of the characters and like what they did with the people that are originally from Arrakis. They tried to make them like indigenous, which is what they are. They're indigenous, but they tried to make them more like a 2024 people of color oppressed and. you know, they have their own problems, but then here comes this, you know, white male, you know, and some of them believe that he's a messiah, some of them don't.
So they did despite the fact that it ultimately is a remake, they did a good job with it.
They did, and they even fit some of the bullshit from today in there without making it like overbearing. But it's not the original story. It's not.
Oh, it's a completely different story.
No, they took the structure of that and they changed some of the feelings. They try to make him like. They try to make the main character like a reluctant messiah, and like his relationship with one of the indigenous women there was like a little bit different than the original story to make it seem more 2024. Mm-hmm. Whereas in the book, it was a lot more like cold. And
that's like what they did with that movie, the book that you like, that the movie was atrocious.
Oh, it's like
I didn't even read the book, and I knew the movie was atrocious.
In my life.
What movie?
The Dark Tower. I literally have a fucking half sleeve tattoo because those books are some of my favorite.
And they
books.
killed it.
They killed it. They fucking put two in its head.
Right.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was unwatchable.
Isn't that unfortunate?
Yeah. It's another. It's just another. And I like Idris Elba, and they made him the main character, even though the main character in the books, what I have tattooed on my arm was modeled after Clint Eastwood, like a cowboy.
Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's exactly. It was literally modeled after the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
Like, that's how they describe him.
Okay.
You know,
and
blue eyes. Like in the book, it's his blue eyes are relevant because they changed color at one point for this. But then they have Idris Elba, just like random black guy, and it was like, why did you do this to me? Like, I don't care. Make him another character.
Yeah.
But like, it has nothing to do with color. It's just like that's what he was in the book. Why would you?
Why are we changing it?
It's fucking gay.
That's the
Matthew McConaughey was the
Man in Black.
The Man in Black,
which was would have been good if they just told. That's what I don't understand. It's like you literally have the script. It's already written. Just do it.
Yeah.
They changed the whole fucking thing.
That, from what you've told me, though, of that story, and I tried to read it, and I mean, I did read it, and for whatever reason, I stopped it, but that would have had to be done correctly. That would have had to have been an epic movie.
Allegedly.
Like a multi-billion-dollar project to be done correctly to kind of suit the imagery that's portrayed in the book. Like that would have to be, I mean, you'd have to have all hands on deck as far as.
I mean, I agree, but there was a way forward. They just all they had to do was make the first book, because the first book just stood on its own. I don't know if he wrote the first book with the intention of there being 7. The first book, The Gunslinger, could just be a movie because it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know what I mean? It's not like doesn't need a part 2.
Yeah, they don't have.
And it's it's a novella. It's not even a long book, but it's a fucking really crazy cool story that could easily have been done because you have the script. It's written. Just do it. You know, it's like
nope.
The scenes, the words, the characters. You have it all. You don't have to do nothing. Just chapter 1.
Turn it into a script and find the actors that can pull it
That's
off.
That's it. Or do like a really high budget anime or something. Just. You know, but Stephen King sold his magnum opus. He sold his soul. He let Hollywood it up. Nobody saw it because it was trash.
He sucks.
And it was probably one of my favorite books of all time. It's a wild story. It's fun.
So I'll read it.
Read the first one. You probably
should go back and
The Gunslinger.
I got about halfway through The Gunslinger.
The Gunslinger and The Drawing of the Three. They're just really good books. I don't know what to say other than that. Worth reading.
All right, I'll check it out.
It was one of the first books that my uncle gave to me because he was a big fan of it, and it's like what got me into reading. I remember I had read 1 through 6, and 7 came out when I was in prison, and I couldn't get my hands on it. It was killing me.
Yeah,
and it was like marked as in the library, but it wasn't.
It wasn't there.
The library. It was in somebody's fucking room, and then I finally got it. So I was like the happiest.
Just search the whole jail, high and low.
I don't know how I ended up coming across it. I think somebody mentioned that they had it. I'm like, can you fucking return it?
Can you run that shit, dog?
I forget how I came across. I don't know if somebody sent it to me or if I came across it. But it was killing me because I had read all the books, and I wanted to know how it ended. What else we got?
I don't know.
Anything having to do with fitness? You guys want to do some coaching advice?
Christ.
We already ran through our workouts. We already ran through what Justin and I are eating in a day. You ease back on the low carb this week.
Are we still going to be keeping the same concoction running? The same, the same
TRT.
Yeah.
Quotations.
Yeah, we're keeping TRT.
Sick. Okay.
I'm an old man.
I know.
There's not much left for me to do anymore.
It's depressing.
I just need to. It's just like I don't know. You just got to get into like better shape, and that's it. I'm not trying to win shows or.
There were some shows this weekend.
There was. John knows a little bit about that.
I don't know much.
You're kind of a fan of this kid, so
I just know that the
who Anthony
from Dylan Anthony Mantello apparently did very well.
Anthony,
in every single.
I didn't see much about
division.
This. I know there was a show yesterday, so I think I knew a bunch of people who were there.
He's a client of
Kyle Wilkes, yeah, and he did well.
Apparently, he took
down the whole thing.
Every division.
He's a local New Jersey kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He trains over at Iron.
He sure does.
Iron guy.
He sure does.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Good
He's
job.
young. He's a young kid, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I think you showed me his Instagram once.
Yeah, he has a podcast with Kyle.
People probably watch that.
Giving fitness advice, talking about,
Did they do coaching stuff?
Yeah, man.
I never watched Kyle's podcast.
I don't know. I haven't either.
I've watched a couple of others. Like, I just can't get into it. When it's your career.
When there's two coaches, the coach's corner.
Yeah.
And they start talking about macros and.
I can't. It's just, I heard it all before. I listen to BAP and I listen to Red Scare on a regular basis, but that's it.
Yeah.
I gotta get back into Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Especially
He's been all over Twitter
especially
recently.
during
there's gonna
election season.
Yeah, there's going to be a pretty good you see what's her name and Ben are going to maybe debate each other on Israel and anti-Semitism.
Yeah, that's great. That's what the conservatives need right now.
Yeah, no,
two leading conservative voices fighting each other.
Can we just focus on maybe
winning an election? Guys,
get along for 6 months.
Can we just put Israel aside for 5 minutes and just maybe talk about some U.S. policy?
That's all. It's all over Twitter. It's all over Twitter, man.
Who are you talking about?
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens
was fired by Ben Shapiro.
And
fired from the
Daily Wire.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's an anti-Semite and a racist and a bigot.
She just she
wasn't.
She just wasn't
towing the line for Israel
as pro-Israel as a lot of the folks at Daily Wire.
Went a little further than that. She was becoming very outspoken about Israel in general, and Ben being, Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
And he's saying I don't listen. I don't have the platform. I'm not a platform. You work for me.
Yeah. So he's not taking away from her free speech. He's just like, you're not going to be employed here. You could spew whatever you want to spew out on Twitter, but you're just not going to be employed by us. Hit the road.
And as somebody who owns a business,
I get it.
I agree. With him.
Yeah. I'm not mad at him for doing that.
Well, let's not pretend that you're not like a shill for Israel.
No, I mean
you're.
He is.
I think he's a dual citizen.
He is.
I
mean, his platform is huge, man.
I wish he fought like that for America once in a while. Yeah.
I would love to see. I mean, part of me thinks that he's gonna rip her to shreds.
I think because he's a good debater.
Oh, dude, he's great.
And she's an idiot.
She's not the brightest.
She's not great. She's not. She's never been great. I never really liked her that much.
No,
and I really don't like Ben Shapiro either.
No. I don't really either.
He's managed to survive or find life after the college campus. I mean, how many people have died and lived and died on the college campus circuit?
Tours,
Charlie Kirk, Milo.
Kirk is still.
Nobody cares, dude. He's fat now. he's got the fat face.
Yeah.
He's at the frat party. He's drinking or something.
But he's also starting to turn over a new leaf in
terms of the America First thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the fun. That's the new psyop. I think is just to get people to split on these lines. And I think the most interesting thing right now in politics is the RFK third party candidacy, and to watch Republicans and Democrats alike try to smear him.
Yeah, diminishes,
in
make
every
him
way possible. I watched his CNN interview, which I thought he did a good job. I like the guy, and I don't share any of his politics.
He's super pro-Israel too, though.
Yeah, I think you have to be in order to be a politician. Isn't that like comes with the territory?
Yeah, I mean,
you're not gonna speak out against the largest lobbying.
No,
you're not gonna speak out against AIPAC. And
that has the biggest that big of influence. Yeah, you're not gonna win.
I think either he's playing a game or maybe he's truly whatever. But that's.
I just want to see what happened to his father. He
knows.
I know. That's why. I mean, Trump said like if you saw what I saw. Like Trump always was like, "Oh, I'm going to release the files,"
and then he didn't.
And then he didn't, and his reasoning was like, "Oh, if you saw what I saw, you wouldn't release it either."
And that's everything. That's everything I need to know.
Yeah,
like, so we did it.
The government did. Yeah,
we did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we let it happen.
Or the government knew it was going to happen. I know. I just want to know all this shit.
Though.
Did he? Did he? Fucking,
it's the same thing.
No,
it's like I told you.
I know.
What's gonna change it for you?
But I just want to know.
I know, but you're not gonna.
I know.
You have to just go with your gut.
It's pretty cool though, with how the social media is working now. That at least all this shit is being brought to light, and it's making people question stuff.
Yeah,
like John says, and you say like nothing's ever gonna. Come about
Nothing
from
ever
it.
Happens.
Nobody of importance is questioning it, though.
I mean, they're talking about it, though, man. They're talking about like Ebro on Hot 97 was talking about it with like Fat Joe, and Fat Joe was like, "Listen, like I love Diddy, I pray for him, but that's all I gotta say," And like, at least they're like, shit. I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. But
it's in their backyard now; they kind of have to.
Yeah. He's a fucking foul individual.
I just can't believe that Diddy's like just walking around.
Yeah, he's still out and about.
That whole shit about his plane in South America, I guess, was fake.
Yeah, that was fake.
So where is he?
He was in Miami.
You know who saw him? Your boy that used to coach you, the jailhouse guy.
Oh yeah,
he was in a random coffee shop, and he had his phone like this. And he's like, "Miami's wild. And there's P Diddy behind him."
Isn't there supposedly like a P. Diddy lookalike?
No, it was motherfucking him. It was him.
Because I saw a picture of a guy, and it could have been his twin brother.
I know a couple guys that look like P. Diddy, but I mean...
Personally?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. It's just... I'm super excited for politics coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun show. It's going to be the best show, best money reality TV.
I heard Joe Rogan's predicting that they're going to pull Biden in May.
And just put Camilla there?
Camilla and... guy from California.
What's his? Oh, he sucks. What's his name?
Newsom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I was reading that there was $20. It went up in California. The minimum wage is $20 immediately. Like 3,000 jobs went under.
Yeah,
can't afford to. Yeah, there's so many people that got fucking laid off. Yeah. Sick world.
It's funny. Before I opened the business, I was like, pay everybody everything.
Now you're just like fuck that.
How much you want an hour to do what?
Sit behind a desk?
Fuck out of here. Watch YouTube?
Yeah.
No.
It's going to be a fun couple months watching this shit.
Summer's going to be
these two idiots babbling back and forth.
I wish we could get good debates like we get on Jordan Peterson and Destiny did a debate recently. That was pretty good. Jordan Peterson actually didn't suck. For
no,
once.
he was killing him with the COVID stuff.
I don't know what happened to Jordan, but he fell off a cliff.
Too much
5 years ago.
Too many drugs, dude.
Benzos.
Too many benzos, and then
dealing with his daughter.
I think he sold his soul.
They all do.
Well,
that guy ran himself into the ground too, man. He was everywhere.
He's also emotionally unstable, like all therapists, I think.
Right.
I remember you could have a conversation with him for $300.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a 30-minute conversation. It was what's that app that celebrities have?
Oh,
Cameo.
It's Cameo.
Yeah, and it was kind of like that. You give him $300, he'll talk to you for 30 minutes about whatever
you
want.
About the Ranger Devil game or anything?
I don't know.
I thought about doing that with Underground just for the stories, having random celebrities say cool things about Underground nutrition.
Yeah.
Like Ric Flair.
Woo!
I get all my supplements from Underground Nutrition. Yeah. I don't know. That's the only interesting things I've really seen this week was.
Yeah, it's been I don't know.
The Candace Owens thing was a lot of fun.
I've been watching that.
Ian Carroll, I think, is the best person on Twitter. The stuff going on in Brazil is pretty awesome. I don't know if you've seen all that.
I did a little bit.
Looks like it's gonna descend into like a civil war.
It's not going well over there, I'll tell you that much. Hopefully that doesn't happen here.
Did you see the preview for that movie Civil War? I'm going to go see that this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, who's going with?
Not
me.
Yes,
not me. Not his best friends.
I do.
I thought you were coming.
That's his new best friend.
He just drops this on my lap.
He goes,
like,
I'm going to take the day off. That's what he said to me. He's like, yo, you mind if I take Thursday off? Well, yeah, sure, no problem. I mean, I'll hold you down. You held me down when I went away and stuff.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm going to the movies. Who you going to the movies with? And then he tells me he's going to the movies with. I'm like, yo, you're the best, bro.
He's going to the movies with Pitbull Dave.
Love Pitbull Dave.
Yeah, they're best friends.
This is weird with you. Just bear with me for a moment. You go on these little man dates with all sorts of guys.
He does.
You like little lunches. Who comes up with this? Because
workouts.
I have a lot of friends. Like I have like a circle of people.
You're never available.
I'm available every day.
That's such bullshit. Tell him he's lying.
Invite me to the movies.
Tell him he's lying.
I don't know.
Invite me
You're
to the
definitely not
movie.
available.
Do you want to
Scott,
do this? I don't think that you want to do this on air.
You're available
What does that
to like
fucking
work.
mean?
You're available to like work out with me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, we got to wrap this up, Justin.
Yeah.
I got places to go.
I'm a
And I'm like, oh, you're working a lot? He's like, nah, I don't really work.
He'll he'll call me, be like, are you home? I'm going to stop by.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And he comes by.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited to see Scott. He literally just goes in my fridge,
Right.
looks for stuff to eat, and then he's like, I got to go.
I got to go. He looks
I
at
gotta
his
go.
phone. He's like, all right, man, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll see you tomorrow. Legs tomorrow? All right, I'll see you later. Don't hear from him for 24 hours.
Well, yeah, that's what it's like to be a business owner. I got a lot of things to do. I got 3 stores to be at. I'm working. But that's not my point. My point is if you think you couldn't like text me and say, yo, you want to see this movie tomorrow?
I mean,
you don't think I would go?
I think if you gave him like ample time, he would go.
I sent you the trailer, and you were like, meh.
Well, the trailer was meh, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't go with my friends.
Yeah.
So I thought we already established that you're coming.
John,
Yeah, well, I invited myself because I think it's weird.
he does this. I was telling him.
Why, you,
I was
like,
telling him a couple.
jealous or something?
I was telling him a couple months back.
I'm not jealous. I'm confused because I don't know how this happened. I have my friends, right? So if I ever said to you, if you were like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, I'm going to the movies with Steve. They say, who the fuck is Steve?
Fuck Steve. Well, it's one of my customers that comes in the
But
underground.
for you, on any given week, you're like, I'm having lunch with
So and so, or I'm going
like,
to or I'm going to Jersey Shore fitness shop.
Yeah, I'm going to this weird gym with
Weird gym. The gym
guy you
that-
never heard of.
You're
What are you
with one
doing?
of your athletes,
Yeah,
Justin.
or I'm stopping by the sushi place to have lunch with. He goes on a lot of lunches.
Yeah, a lot of
Well, that's
lunch
what happens
dates.
when your early days are.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
it's a little confusing to me because, like,
He likes to do stuff. I don't really like
you
to do stuff.
networking?
I'm networking. What do you? I don't know. What are you
Are you gonna buy a
referring to?
pit bull?
Something? No.
All right.
Are you referring to something specific? I mean,
Listen. I like Dave. I would go. But I don't see how that conversation happens between me and Dave. Like, I don't.
Yeah, you wanna go to the movies.
And
It
he's
is
like, hey,
kinda
you want to check
weird.
this movie out with me? And I'm
Want
like,
were
to
talking
go on a date?
hold on. Where are we going?
why do you have to make it like that?
No, it's not, and I don't mean to make it
We're
like
not
that. But
making
it's
it
just
like that.
I'm
It's
not
just-
saying you are. He is.
It's just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think, like, me and Dave, I think our friends, like, you guys are friends.
no.
and
He's
it-
close with Dave.
Yeah.
I talk to Dave all
yeah,
the time.
Yeah, texting. But like so like I text with Dave, the other Dave, a lot. Run DMP.
Yeah.
I
Who
text.
he's been on dates with, too.
Oh, that's right. We
He's
played
gone on-
golf.
No, you had
went-
like dinner.
You went to
We
lunch.
went out to dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you and him. You guys went to
That's
fucking.
not true.
I went to lunch with him one time too.
You
though.
went to lunch.
Yeah, I did. We went to
We went out to
Butcher's
dinner.
Block.
What do you?
Kristen and his wife.
You went to Butcher's Block in the afternoon, just the two of you though. Once.
With him.
Yeah, it was with us. We did that for something because
Wasn't for me. Nobody invited me.
no, we didn't invite you.
That's crazy.
He does a lot of stuff though. So like I text Dave a lot, but I would never be like, Dave,
wanna grab some lunch? Wanna see a movie?
You want to go see
see
a
it at 12
movie?
o'clock?
You want to see a matinee? Like I just want I wouldn't do that personally.
Do you buy your tickets separately?
We haven't got them yet. We're gonna do the 1 seat rule, though. I think.
Yeah.
You're not
Okay.
gonna sit next to each other.
Good for you. Let me know how the movie is.
That's crazy.
I
mean, listen. I don't have to understand everything.
I mean, I don't really think it's something that's difficult to
You got
understand.
that friend Ernie that nobody's ever met before that you randomly go out with sometimes.
Ernie,
Who's Ernie?
Some childhood friend Ernie. What's his name?
buddy,
Buddy.
comes to the gym.
Bud.
Buddy.
Comes to the gym.
Buddy comes to the
You
gym.
met him, Bud?
But I met Bud. Buddy's a good kid. He's a good dude. I like Buddy.
You got a lot of stuff. Listen, I'm just trying to understand. I'm not like clowning on you. It's just
You are, but it's fine.
I'm not. I don't know. I have a lot of acquaintances too, and I maintain a lot of relationships. I'm never. Scott, what are you doing tomorrow? Going to a fucking matinee with fucking Steve. Who's Steve? You know, the guy who comes to my store once in a while. You know, it's cute though.
It is cute.
It's cute,
It makes him happy.
and it's good. I mean, that's great customer relations.
What else you want me to do during the day?
Work. Go to fucking work. Run.
Run.
Work on your run.
Right.
I think you're a
Actually-
little jealous. I'm
actually,
going to start inviting you to all these things.
Eat your
Yeah.
meal prep.
Eat your meal.
Eat your meal prep instead of getting lasagna.
You know,